Kicking mad flavor in your head. Here comes a brand new flavor in your head. Time for new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear. Max brand new flavor in your ear.
Nice. Claudia from DiverseCiti. We met at Phenomenal Hues.
Yes.
So she's amazing. Look, I'm like, she's amazing. So she is the market manifestor, right?
MarketPlace Manifestor.
MarketPlace Manifestor. Welcome, Claudia, to the show.
Yes,
We're so
welcome.
happy to have you.
Welcome.
Thank you so much. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, first and foremost, thank you.
Yes. Get a little closer.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
Okay. Thank you guys for having me. And yes, the Phenomenal Hues networking events are dope. Yes,
Sure.
Yes, for sure. Definitely. I go by MarketPlace Manifestor, and it came from someone telling me, "How do you manifest? Like, how do you do that? How do you?" And I've always lived by this code that what you put out is what you get back.
Yes.
You know, it's just the law of reciprocity.
Yes.
However, I started speaking a lot of things, and they said everything you say come to pass. And I said no, because if it was, I'd be a billionaire by now. You know, that can't be the case. And so, but then I started realizing that I read this scripture in the Bible, and it said it says God gives you the desires of your heart. In all of these years, I thought that meant God gives you what you want. But that's not what it means. I found out that God gives you the desires, meaning that the reason you want it in the first place is because God gave it to you. That's why you want it, because a want and a desire is something totally different.
Yes.
And so then once you decide that you're going to align, that day you're aligning with the universe, aligning with the Most High. When you align, then the desire that God already gave you, it just draws to you like a magnet. And that's how you become a manifestor. It's not so much that you are so big and bold and you got all these gifts and skills, and it's not like that. What you're doing is you're tapping in, tuned in and tapped in.
Yes.
And then I personally wake up and say, rise and align.
I like that.
For 40 years, it was always rise and grind. Let's get it, girl. Let's go. But then I had to change. It's rise and align. And every time I have that mindset, that's when everything just kind of draws. And that's when I start saying, wow, this manifestation thing really works. So there you go.
Yes. I love manifestation. You speaking in it, Michelle.
Power in the tongue.
Yes.
Yeah.
Claudia,
In your mind.
But what was that defining moment when it came to you?
The very first time?
Yes, the very first time.
I don't know, y'all. I used to, I'm going to tell it. I used to manage models. And I managed an organization, they were called Thick Models, True Hustlers and Corporate Kings. Thick Models.
Okay.
And we did a show. I think Rick Ross came to Fort Worth. This is when he first came out, and every day I'm hustling, you know. And so we did our interviews with him, and I had the models and everything. And so I was a real stickler with the models. I didn't let my models go out after the show, And so they didn't like me. Most of the artists didn't like me because they couldn't go back to the hotel. No, you're not doing that.
Okay.
And so you can't go make the extra money. You're not doing that.
Integrity.
This is not an escort service. This is a modeling agency.
Right.
And so a couple of months after Rick Ross and his team, they left from Fort Worth. I was in Fort Worth, Texas. They called me, and one of his managers called me. This is back in the early days. And he said, hey, we really liked your modeling agency. Y'all were professional. You know, how would you like to come do a pay-per-view spec? This is how old it is.
Yeah.
Pay-per-view special on South Beach.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah, now, you know, It was the early days, everybody was grinding. The money wasn't there.
Yeah.
And so I said, so when do you want us to come out? He called on a Thursday. He said, yeah, we need y'all here Monday. How many models did you need me to bring? We'll bring about 20, 30. Oh, okay. He said, yeah, we're going to put the magazine cover of Ross and the models on a billboard on South Beach.
Nice.
I'll see y'all there. I'll say, how much are you paying? I said, y'all should be paying us. Oh, okay.
Wow.
And he said, so can you coming? Yep.
Right.
I'll be there.
Right.
And so when I hung up the phone, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. So we start scrounging, trying to put it together, get everything together.
We never seen a dope girl trying to send a dope girl running. Okay, we haven't technical difficulties.
I'll take the dope girl.
Yes.
But anyway, so
she is dope.
And this is the real thing. And so I'll push it faster. And we were in the office, and I asked everybody to come in. I said, look, here's the deal. We don't have the money to pay y'all, but I'll get y'all there, cover your hotel. We'll do whatever it takes. But whoever wants to go, I need everybody to close their eyes. And I had the lights off. And I said, everybody in the room, I need you to close your eyes and see yourself in Miami. I told them I don't have the money, but if we manifest together, see yourself in Miami. And for all those people who do not want to be a part of this, please do not say anything. Please exit and leave the room, because I don't want y'all to interfere with our energy. We love y'all, but I don't want to open my eyes to see, And so they left, about quite a few people. So we were left with 12 models. And so when I opened my eyes, everybody was like, we going to Miami, we're going to South Beach. Yes. And so fast forward, a lot happened in between. I mean, a lot. But I'll fast forward. We hooked up with a group of people. We went down with them, and we rode in 2 big RVs and took their people with us. And when we got there, so many things happened. And I remember sitting on the balcony at the hotel, and one of the models, and I'll say her name was Premier. She said, Claudia, see yourself in Miami. And we just started screaming. Yes. Because it was a real thing. Like, we literally didn't have the money. We brought 32 people there. And when we got there on South Beach to the party, we paid them on the spot. They wouldn't let our people, the other guys, in with us. And we just paid the money right there on the spot. And it happened. And I don't know how it happened, but I realized, wow.
You manifested it.
Yes. This is how manifestation works. Yes. You couldn't tell me nothing.
Yes. You're going to see yourself everywhere now. Yes. I love that.
So that was 2007, I think. Yeah.
That's not that long ago. That's what we're talking about. Let's go. And you done manifested a whole bunch. Image Parlor Beauty Salon in Fort Worth, Texas. Darobi House. Jazz and Chess Club in Texas, Darobi House Marketing and Media Publishing, Diversity Director. You got a whole bunch going on this paper. My mouth get dry. Sunday Club USA, Darobi House of Styles, Legends International Hotel, Pro Care Home Care Unlimited. Like, you got a lot going on. You manifested some stuff. From then until now, you did some manifestation.
Yes. Well, ProCare, I'm a board member on that. That's my family's business. That's not my business.
I want you to hold that thought, because she has a lot of stuff that she's into, that she wants to be rich. And with that being said, we're going to tap into some music. I Want to Be Rich by Callaway on Hits 92.3.
And we're back, Hits 92.3 with Fire Radio. We're here with the Fire Ladies, and we're here with the amazing and wonderful Claudia Darobi. Yes, thank you for joining us. Thank you for coming. And we were talking about manifesting when we left off. Yes, and how much manifesting she has done over time. Yes, over the time from the story with Rick Ross.
Oh yeah, that was just an interesting time, and I will say that it was so crazy that. And I can say it because it's the truth. It was so crazy that me and the models were walking down South Beach. A lot of crazy things happened. The guys we drove down there with, they left us. They left us in South Beach. But it's okay, because we were walking down South Beach. Now, mind you, here's this little modeling agency, little magazine, and we're trying to win, We're trying to get our shine on. We want to be stars, we're walking down there. It was 7 of us, I believe, and there's this avalanche. This is how old the story is. An orange avalanche with suicide doors pulls up and says, "Thick mother magazine," and it was Birdman.
Wow. Nice.
I'll never forget it.
Divine. Wow.
Yeah, and so those are the types of things that would happen because we were just manifesting, and that wasn't my desire because, you know, but the girls, they wanted to see stars and they wanted to, you know, and so I knew that's what they wanted, and so we all were manifesting what they wanted, because when you have friends or people you do business with, it can't just be what you want to manifest. What makes it happen is when it affects everybody and you have a collective thought, that's when it happens. That's when it's real. And that's why I'm so adamant about ownership and equity. And I got to get here because I want to make sure I get here about ownership and equity and entrepreneurship in the Black community. You mentioned Darobi House, and Darobi House is my household corporation for my family, with my sons and my daughter and also my stepchildren, my love children as well. But definitely my sons and my daughter, because I believe that every Black family, and every family, but I got to clean up a home, you know. So every Black family should have a household corporation. Now, I'm going to give y'all like a premise to this. I know y'all heard this before. Give a man a fish, he eats for a day.
Yes.
Teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime.
Yes.
And every time I say this, everybody's shaking their head, they saying yes, and I say, no, bullshit. Because if you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man to fish, he will fish for a lifetime. Work, fish, whatever you want to call it. I believe in owning the pond. Because if you own the pond, even when you're physically no longer able to fish, you can still eat. Because every time somebody fishes in your pond, if they catch 5 fish, they can give you 1. Or if you decide you want to go fish in another pond, like a bass pond over here, work, fish, whatever, and you want to own this catfish pond or over here, while you're over here working, somebody can be fishing in your pond, paying you 1 of the fish out of every 5. Own the pond. That means own something. I want to be clear about it. Give a man a fish, he eats for a day. Teach a man to fish, he fishes for a lifetime. Own the pond. Own the pond.
That's deep.
Yes.
For real.
I like that.
Own the
I
pond.
never thought of it that way.
Yes.
Yeah.
That
So
ownership
many of us
mentality.
don't own anything.
Right.
So that's true. Like, you need to own something.
Right. And it's having that mentality, like you know, Miss Claudia just said, like, it's the mentality of it. Manifesting, like you said, that's where it starts. Because sometimes we don't think that way. Everybody just think about, you know, teaching a man to fish. He'll have to fish, you know, he'll eat for the rest of his life, but you don't think about the ownership, the grand, big picture of it all. So that's dope.
Because if you think about it, fishing is a action.
Yes.
So if you teach a man to fish, he has to work
The
to
work
eat.
mentality.
Teach them how to own it.
Yes.
The goal is to own, not work.
The goal is to own the pond.
Right.
Don't get me wrong, we have to work.
Yeah.
But there's several ways we work, and our work has
smarter.
seasons.
Yes.
You know, at one season of your life, you're supposed to work and use your physical ability. Then the next season, you get a little smarter, you start using your mind.
Yes.
But when you start getting into your more mature seasons, it is not for you to work to eat with your body.
Yeah.
It's just not what I believe.
Designed to live, yeah.
Right.
We're
We
designed to
believe
do.
it with you.
That's a great video.
I'm with you on this belief.
That's a
I'm
good
like, yes.
formula, but she just laid out right there. I like
No,
that.
that is the formula.
Yes.
Listen, I'm like, that is the formula. That's the formula right there.
Yes.
So tell us more about DiverseCiti and what you do and what's going on. Like, talk to us. Tell us about it, because we need to know. We need to know how to go own some stuff.
Yeah.
Power of the networking.
Again, y'all, I'm not scared. So, DiverseCiti, when I was in Fort Worth, and I literally just got this download. It said, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do DiverseCiti business advocates. I'm gonna do DiverseCiti. And I told my husband, I gotta move to Atlanta. I gotta go back to Atlanta. I've lived here before. And he said, no. And I said, no, I'm going. And I came here. I was not allowed to pretty much bring anything, any of the furniture or the cars or anything. I had my little U-Haul truck. My son behind me, that's who that is in the back, Nuke Robinson. And my son was in college at the time, and I had my other 2 children, and we just drove on down. I had $16 left.
Wow.
After we drove. And we got to here, we got to the house, and I said, that's okay, because God told me to come here. I'm supposed to do DiverseCiti Atlanta. And that was in 2016. However, I couldn't quite get it, going as fast as I wanted to. But then in 2018, we were able to start it. And we got it going, and we created this social entrepreneurship community. Why? Literally, we created an organization that I wish I would have had, and all the different businesses that I was working in, and all the different clients and people that I've met. I tried to pack it with everything that I wish I had. Support, 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 and support again.
Yes.
We think it's the money, but then 2020 hit and COVID came.
Yeah.
Yep.
We got the money, y'all. Everybody was getting money.
Right.
We got the money. So that proved money was not the problem.
Right.
We got it. Come on, y'all know it's true.
I know.
Everybody was eating.
Yep.
And it's no disrespect to any of the family members of anybody who passed away, because that was a rough time too, though. But as far as getting money, from 2020 all the way to the end of 2022, it was just free flowing for everybody and everywhere.
Abundantly.
Abundantly.
It's like a lot of people woke up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of entrepreneurs.
It's time to wake up.
They started. Yeah.
I'm gonna take a little break real quick. I'm sorry, sis. We're gonna take a little break real quick on Hits 92.3. It's 5 ladies in your ear.
Pay some bills.
And we are back on Hits 92.3 with 5 ladies. Where we left off, we were discussing the pandemic. So you said that kind of showed you that the problem wasn't the money. What do you think the problem was? Like,
a lot of our businesses, we don't have proper structure. We don't have the structure or the right mindset. We're already creative. We were blessed with the talents of the world, most people of color are very creative. Melanin gives you this strange, amazing creativity.
It's
magical. Like, so like a mutant almost, but the thing is that we haven't, collectively, now there's some very amazing business owners, but collectively, you could tell looking at COVID that we didn't have the right structure in our business structures. I literally know people who I had a client who made $3,000 a year. And I said, well, I need your taxes. He was like, oh, wow, I don't really do that. And I said, well, let me see your last taxes, which was 3 years prior. And I said, oh, it showed a negative $20-something. And I said, oh, so you didn't make any money? He was like, well, no, that's all I made. And I said, well, how did you pay this house payment that you have? Because I know his business. He said, oh, well, no, I pay my house note. Well, where did you get the money from? From my jobs that I do. But why don't you have it on your tax return? Oh, no. And I said, we've been taught to do that. Yeah. We've been literally taught to fear the very government that we run.
Yep. That mentality.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so then, because we do that, when it's time to go get some money and we go to the bank with our loss on our tax return, or even if we have one, if we filed, you expect somebody to give you $200,000 and you showing that you had a $27 loss? but I made some money, but you don't show it.
Yeah.
You know, and so that's one example. Another example, family issues.
Yeah.
I know y'all know about this.
Yeah.
You know, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
You could be on your way. Hey, I'm speaking. I'm people. You could be on your way to the greatest meeting you've ever had, and one of your family members will just automatically have something crazy going on and pull you right into it, and you're trying your best to show that you love them, but at the same time, I have business to handle. That is, we have experienced a lot of trauma as a people.
Yes, a whole lot.
So we have to learn how to balance. And so we created this network because basically there was already an agency for businesses. It's called the SBA.
Yes.
You know, they help small businesses. We wanted a company that will help the business owner. And that's what DiverseCiti is about, primarily.
Okay.
We are here to help the business owner. It is a place where you can discover, experience, and impact diverse businesses city by city. And how we impact them is by leading the owner with an entrepreneur experience that will help them. And that's a very broad and wide net that we cast, actually. And when we connect with other organizations who are doing amazing things, that's how we cast our net. Because we can't do it all. So we just connect with people like Phenomenal Hughes
Yes.
and many other organizations.
Networking.
That's dope.
Yes.
You can't do it without networking. That's what I was talking to you today.
Yeah.
Like
Networking.
the power of networking.
Yes.
Like
It's powerful.
you have to have it. It's an amazing thing. You don't know who you're gonna be connected to when you network outside with beautiful, dope women or amazing, dope men or
Yeah.
businesses. Like you gotta get yourself outside and you gotta network. It's important if you want to grow and get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Or just meet amazing people with good energy. You know, they can help transform your mind. Maybe if you're thinking a certain type of way, you just need to be enlightened.
Right.
You can get that through networking. I love it. That's
Inspired.
I'm trying to tap in. I'm like, I got so much going on. I'm like, I need to be tapped in over here.
That's
That's
fine.
You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
You know? I love it.
So, we wanted to help entrepreneurs because a lot of people have been watching social media and everybody's saying, oh, the money's dried up. What are we going to do? You know, everybody, I'm going to stop this entrepreneur thing. It's too much. I'm losing money, blah, 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 blah. And I just started watching people do that. And so, man, I was like, we need to just do the Go Entrepreneur experience to give them encouragement and motivation. And we were trying to figure out who is the best person to help us do that.
Yes.
And just because I know I can be long-winded, I'm not going to even tell y'all how I manifested that and how my business partner, Dr. Andrea Matthews, helped to manifest this. But we are bringing Dame Dash here next week on the 9th, 10th, and 11th.
Okay.
And we're doing the Go Entrepreneur Experience. Thursday is the Welcome to Atlanta or Welcome to DiverseCiti Atlanta event. We're doing a rooftop experience, and also simultaneously we are filming our new show called A Seat at the Table VIP Dinner with Dame. It is a pitch competition show for business owners.
Okay.
Yes.
That is dope.
I love
Yes,
that.
yes.
Boss moves.
Yes. So people would have the opportunity to come in. They have a 1-sheet business plan. You don't bring your 200-page business
Right.
plan, 'cause we're not gonna do that. You have to have a 1-sheet business plan, and we have that on the website if you need it. And so you fill out the 1-sheet business plan, and you come in, pitch your business, and it is a show. We're filming it. We're editing it. It's going to go on his new brand new network. It's called America New, a network that's owned by us, founded and created by Dame Dash. He is doing some amazing things with America New for content creators.
Shout out to Dame.
I love it.
Yeah,
Shout
yeah.
out.
And so he's going to talk a lot about that the next day at Clark Atlanta University. We have a masterclass experience from 10 to 2. There's a lot of other amazing people who will be there as well. Scotty ATL, Terry Vaughn. The film panel is moderated by Jay White, Jay the Dreamer.
I love Jay White.
Yes.
I love Jay White.
Extraordinary individual, the anomaly himself.
Yes.
The Ownership, Equity, and Entrepreneurship panel, I will be the moderator for that panel.
Okay.
And then the Business of Hip Hop panel will be moderated by Dr. Andrea Matthews, who is my business partner. She is the president of DiverseCiti Houston. And so we're excited. There's some great people on those panels. On the equity panel, Benicia Poole Watson is on there.
Oh, okay.
Ms. Donette's going to be on there as well. We've got Marcus Bowers, the globalpreneur, the man who took his company from $800 to $100 million selling hair extensions.
Wow.
He'll be in the building. And we've got a few more people. We've got Ray Daniels, who will be there on the Business of Hip Hop. I believe there's a few surprises. I think Killer Mike will be in the building.
Oh gosh.
Yes, our guys.
I believe so.
Look, everybody knows.
Dame's got friends. You know, they're going to come by.
Oh yes, definitely.
Chad Oubre from 85 South, the owner, one of the owners of 85 South. And we've got some people that will be in the building.
Oh.
And I'm going to finish it up and say that after that, we're going to Privy at Stonecrest to watch the film. That's the film screening. So we'll have dinner and a movie with Dame, and there'll be photos with him, and he'll talk a little bit about The Prince of Detroit, which is a movie about entrepreneurship and healthcare. So, and then last but not least, we're celebrating hip hop and going back to the Atrium off of Memorial, and we'll be doing the Masters of the Mic that same day from 9:30.
And what
This
day
is Friday, November 10th. It's packed. It's packed. It's packed. It's packed. And while we sleep all morning Saturday to recover from Friday, then we'll put on some clothes, black tie, African garb, or just black tie, and we're going to the $1 Million Experience by Jay White, Jay the Dreamer. It is going to be amazing. It is an art, wealth, and wine event for the community, taking us to a higher level. Y'all, it's gonna be great.
That sounds like
That's
an
yeah.
amazing event.
That's fine.
Let me clear my schedule.
Hello.
I'm power in the building.
Definitely. And anybody who would like to order tickets, you can either go to diverse-citi.com. That's diverse-citi.com. Or you can Google it on Eventbrite at the CEO Go Entrepreneur Experience Tour.
Okay.
Let's go. And tell them where to find you at. Because you know they want to find you now. Everybody wants to find
How
you
they
now.
follow you.
How they follow you, how they find you, how they tap in with you. Tell them what to do.
Y'all know I'm gonna need a little help with the social media. We do have the DiverseCiti has a page at DiverseCiti.
Yes.
Okay.
But my personal is at Miss Darobi. Y'all gonna have to help me out. I'm working on it. You know, like, how do y'all do it? I'm really working on it. It is a real challenge to just expose so much of yourself to the public. But I see how important it is, and it brings us closer.
It does.
It does.
And I for me, I don't really post a lot of personal stuff. I just post, I might post a little bit, like it might be like me just out, like with the ladies and make a reel or something. But I'm not posting my personal love life. I'm not posting what we doing it's not stuff you need to know. I'm only posting what's relevant to my business, or what's relevant to the girls having fun, or just basic personality characteristics. Right. I'm not posting my personal endeavors but I'm an open book anyway. Like, I'm not, but some stuff people just don't need to know. It's not their business.
Yeah.
People post too much stuff.
Yeah. Social media for you.
Yeah. So don't post so much. Like, post with purpose.
Okay.
Post with purpose. How about that?
I like that.
Post with purpose.
I like that.
Post with purpose as we walk in purpose and get where we're going.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Wait. That's it. Okay. Post with purpose.
Yes.
As we walk in purpose, as we get where we're going. Come on now.
Yes.
A word.
Yes.
Bars.
Get my flavor in you. Here comes a brand new flavor in your ear. Time for new flavor.